them on the air like I do to Lou.
That's what we're doing now.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad.
Wait a minute. You ain't heard nothing yet. Wait a minute, I tell you. You ain't heard nothing.
So, I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
I'm mad as hell, I'm not gonna take it anymore!
I'm mad as hell. I'm not gonna take it anymore.
I'm not gonna take it anymore! I'm not gonna take it anymore!
Hey guys, welcome to another exciting David Pollack show. We are doing things a little bit different tonight. If you're over there in X, we are streaming live in Spaces. So we have a Spaces audience listening. We might put them on the show later and you hear their feedback. They can tell you how much fun they're not having. And they're like, man, I really wish I was in a Mario space right now. But we're doing something a little bit different. It's going to be fun. We're doing live shows again. We're starting at 8 o'clock. That's when I usually do my Twitter Spaces. As you guys know, I've been telling you for a year to go to my Twitter Spaces after the show. Some of you come, some of you don't, or X, whatever they're calling it. So those of you who've missed it, that's where everybody is right now in the audience, listening along, unless you're watching me here. I'm also streaming my video on X, so if you get sick of listening to me and you don't want to participate, you can always watch the video, but you can watch the video after. So the cool part is if you're in the space, you can listen and then go and watch the video later. And if you get a mic and you talk, you go, oh my God, I was on the show. And you could tell all your friends and you could share it, but you should share it anyway. So it's going to be exciting. We're doing a couple other things different tonight. As last week, we're going to be joined by my good friend and his manhole puppet, Carlson. He'll be joining us tonight as well. He's backstage right now, getting his manhole ready. If you guys don't know, puppets, you know, they're only functional if their manholes are ready to go. And so he's back there getting that thing ready for y'all, and he'll be alive here momentarily with a very special panel tonight. We have the man himself, Mr. Fired Up, Chad Caton. He is joining us. We have my dear friend, Ali Leggé, and then my good friend, tattooed, gun-toting Heather. Heather, I don't use her last name because I don't know if she wants me to. She can tell you her last name. Anyway, they're all coming on. We're going to do a big old panel tonight. We're going to have a fun discussion because here's why. Here's what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about Joe Biden's malarkey, from the guy who coined the phrase malarkey. Remember this? Oh, there's a bunch of malarkey. And he goes on Howard Stern, and he goes and tells stories. This time, it's about, well, actually, they told a lot of stories of him driving an 18-wheeler. He admits that he actually didn't want his son, Bo, to go into the military. We're going to talk about that later. Heather's really upset about that. This is on top of, you know, of course, his uncle was eaten by cannibals. You know what he said? He said he got arrested on his front porch during the civil rights era. I think he's thinking the Revolutionary War. That's how long he thinks he's been in the Senate. So, you know, he goes on. He is unaccountable liar. I mean, the dude can lie about whatever he wants, but not just him, all Democrats. They think they can lie, whatever they want. Nobody's ever going to call him for it. You know why? Because who does? The fake news media. Those are your lie checkers. And they basically ignore the lies of Democrats. They make up lies about Republicans. And, you know, it's the same old song and dance. I don't need to repeat it to you. You know what I'm talking about. You agree with me. But we're going to talk about it tonight because there's a lot of lies. And there probably isn't a worse time for the liar in chief to be out there. The world is becoming less safe. There's more protests on campuses now. The jig is up. So now all of the Antifa / Black Lives Matter / women's rights / anti-Trump / anti-abortion, pro-abortion, whatever, they are out in force on our college campuses, making it seem like college students are uprising. They're not. They're just the same old Antifa-type agitators going to college campuses, getting a couple of hairy, armpitted female stink bombs to go out there with them and protest about things they have no idea about. And then all the kids show up because they have nothing to do on a Friday night. They're out there, too. They're trying to make it seem like this is a revolution. It's not. It's just the same old domestic terrorists, not the women and mothers and fathers at school board meetings, but the actual domestic terrorists calling themselves Antifa who run around the country and put out pallets of bricks for people to throw through windows, funded by God knows who. It's these same people, just different causes. But now it's becoming serious because you have a bunch of sympathetic terrorists who came through our southern border just waiting to attack with sympathetic, uneducated communists in our own country with their college degrees looking to jump on top of them, thinking Osama bin Laden wasn't just that bad of a guy. So all of this is combining together with a president and a commander-in-chief that doesn't know what time it is, shuffles his feet when he walks, clearly has dementia, it walks away from people mid-conversation. This is what we're dealing with. The world is becoming a lot less safe. Meanwhile, here we are laughing about his jokes, but that's all we can do right now until November. We have to just laugh because come November, when Donald Trump wins the election, now this is when we really have to hold our breath because we have to make sure he can actually be sworn in and inaugurated because they won't stop until they absolutely have no choice but to stop. And even then they won't stop. But at least we'll have a commander-in-chief to make our world a little bit safer. But I'm not going to go any further without bringing in a puppet who knows his stuff. Well, pretends to. He's still a dummy at the end of the day, but he is my sidekick / co-host with the mostest. You can catch him on DC After Dark as well with me. I would like to introduce you guys, if you don't know him already, to one and only Puppet Carlson. Welcome to the show.
What's up, David?
Puppet.
How you doing, bud?
I'm doing good. Are you ready to bring in our star-studded panel? Chad, Caton, Allie, and Heather. I see them all backstage. They finally made it here on time. It seemed like they had to take an Uber to their home studio. You want to hear let's find out what their excuses are. First, we're gonna bring in Chad Caton first because he was here early. Chad, welcome to the show.
Bitches, on time.
Right.
What's up, Chad? Fired up, baby.
What's up, dude?
We're gonna bring in Allie Leggé. Hello, Allie.
Hi, bun.
Hello, everybody.
It's a high bun.
Nobody's calling you Allie Leg anymore, by the way. She's got a high bun.
Yeah,
for those people
done.
in spaces. Allie's rocking a gray sweatshirt, right? Orange,
let's
brownish.
talk about Allie's fit, shall we?
What are we doing?
Say what?
Sure. Oh, you need a microphone.
Oh, she doesn't have a microphone. No, And we're bringing in Heather. Heather.
Oh, somebody knows how to work lighting. Look at that. Hot.
Yeah.
Hey, babe.
Hey, bitch.
Oh, and I'm wearing a Pink Floyd t-shirt. Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd t-shirt, rock and roll. I'm wearing a suit.
Is that better? Is the lighting better?
Oh, that's better. Yeah,
down.
that's good. Okay, Allie looks acceptable.
Golly. Can't impress any of you. You always
I'm
got
just wearing
something
a red
to
shirt.
say.
And that's it.
You try though. You try, Allie. You post about Newsmax, and you try to impress us. You do an okay job. Yeah, we're pretty impressed most of the time. You got a video go viral the other day. I think you were standing behind a brick wall, complimented you nicely, and you just let people know exactly what was in your heart. And I think 300,000 people watched that video and agreed with you, if not more at this point.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
That's it.
These bitches be badass. That's all.
I'm not going to say that word, but our bees are badass on this show. Yeah, well,
So Billy can say it.
Passover or something?
Well, no, but one of us has to be a gentleman. We got Puppet in his manhole.
We
have
have to
Chad
grow
Caton.
a spine in this country.
Well,
that includes all gentlemen.
Well, I don't. My mother watches this show, and
I'm her favorite.
Well, probably. I'm your mother's favorite. This we know for a fact.
Yes, that is true.
So welcome to the show, everybody. So here, for my normal audience, this is crazy, right? Like, who are all these people on with David? Well, we're trying something new tonight. And actually, this is a sneak peek into something we're going to do all the time in about a couple of weeks. Probably, May 13th, I think we're going to kick this off. It's going to be the David Pollack Show is not going away. It'll just be much smaller. And you'll be able to digest it in spoonfuls because I can get annoying after an hour. And we're going to replace it. We're going to replace it.
15 tops.
Says no woman ever. We're going to replace it with Pollack, Puppet, and Politics with my panel here, Allie, Chad, and Heather. So we're going to have lots of fun here every single week. We're going to bring the heat, clips. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk politics. We're trying to give you something different here, and hopefully you guys like it. If you don't like it, it doesn't matter. I'm giving it to you anyway. So this is what we're going to do. A big kickoff May 13th, but tonight's just a sneak preview of what we're going to do. And so you have 2 weeks, if you hate it, to convince me to not to do it, but I'm doing it anyway. But it'll just be fun so I can tell them what you think about them.
That's going to be my fault.
Yeah. So this is what we're doing. But next week, actually, I'm going to be away. And Heather, and Allie Leggé, and Chad wants to join them. They're going to be running the show because I'm going to be I can't even tell you where I'm going to be, but I'm going to be somewhere doing cool secret stuff. And Puppet's got some puppet stuff to do. He's got to get his head restuffed. He's got to do that every once in a while. He's got to get his head restuffed. You know, with a MyPillow, and Puppet's head is made of a MyPillow. With a MyPillow, they say you should every once in a while put it in your dryer, give it a nice little fluff. If you guys
I wash mine. They're
yeah, you can
washable.
wash it too. That's what's great about the MyPillows. They can be washed, and when you wash them, you give them a nice fluff in the dryer. Puppet's head is actually made of a MyPillow. For those of you who don't know Puppet's origin story, what happened was he was born in a pillow factory. Mike Lindell, what is that? Is that a bologna?
Rainbow just walked in with a tube of meat.
That's
Somebody been to Sam's wholesale.
I was telling you Puppet's origin story, and Chad's got, you know what they call that? They call that a chub.
Red shirt.
They call that a chub.
Red rocket.
That's a friggin' stalactite.
The red rocket right there. I think my dog has one of those.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's for Elizabeth
Listen,
making Diesel's
Allie and
dinner.
Heather were on the show for less than 5 minutes, and Chad's already got a chub.
Yeah,
So-
go ahead and call Human Resources, chicks. All right, go watch your sexual harassment panda video so we all know that what we're allowed to get away with on
We're
here.
going to be canceled before we even get going. Has that
Yeah,
even
that was
happened in
your fault,
history?
dumb shit.
We're going to
You
get
should've brought me on.
pre-canceled. We're going to get pre-canceled. They're going to be like, listen, in the interest of public safety and national security, we're just going to go ahead and cancel you now before Chad can get any more chubs of meat on X for everybody. What's the grind on that? Is it 80-20?
Thank you for asking. It is 90-10 because we try to keep the fats out of it so that he gets the protein. It's for diesel.
Oh, okay.
We make diesel.
I'm leaving that one alone. All right, so
You need to shut your mouth. Your mother watches
so-
this. Why is there a big old loogie on Heather's face? It's driving me nuts.
what?
Oh,
I think I was
sorry,
pissed off. No, that was the last time I did a show and I did my fired up part and I spittled.
Oh, he's made on his screen. He's spitting on his screen. Oh, Chad.
I'm like, what the hell wrong with her
I'm gonna
head?
have to put you in
It was the
timeout
last show in
backstage.
Spittle, right?
I might.
Sure.
Listen, I might have to put you backstage. You're going to have to go in timeout.
I told you, my meds run out at 6.
They don't even work, Chad. What do you
You're
mean?
right, they don't work.
It's all an act up until
The VA
then.
is shit.
I actually think this
It's like
is because
Skittles at this point.
I
American
actually think
medical
this is
healthcare
because
problem.
of the meds. What's going on here with Chad? It's because of the meds.
Elizabeth
So-
just asked me why I'm not wearing pants.
I'm not wearing pants either.
Because you
It's
got
an
all that
open
meat there.
podcast.
You
I'm
can't
not
put
wearing
that meat in the
pants
pants.
Happy birthday.
Apparently,
Are you
Heather's not wearing pants either.
I'm not wearing pants.
All right, Allie.
I cannot confirm or deny.
Now, Puppet does wear pants, but in the back of his, I guess the upper part of your back, you have a giant manhole. Is this how it operates?
Yep.
Pretty much. You've been really talking about my manhole tonight.
Yeah, you're
Well,
really into that thing.
really.
This isn't the first time your manhole's come up, Puppet.
No,
Yeah.
my
No.
manhole's been up all night because of David.
Would Chad's beef chub fit in
The
your
manhole
manhole?
feels rubbed raw because of
Oh, yeah,
David's.
it'll fit in there. No problem.
Oh God.
Like a hot dog
I'm not
in a
wearing
cave.
pants either, FYI.
All right, listen. Let's get this
I
shit
think
back
we're
on the
losing
rails.
everybody on Twitter.
Listen,
I'm not
listen.
wearing pants. That's why
Oh,
Chad has my chub.
Brought to you by the Veterans Affairs and their shitty medical.
I might not even be able to run my ads tonight. That's how bad
You're
this
not.
is going
I told
already.
you should have talked to my agent about that.
Yeah,
There was
yeah.
never
This is
discussion
going to
about
be
that.
bad. All right, listen. I was going to tell you Puppet's
Hashtag
origin
Chad's got my
story.
chub.
We're going to
Put it
save
in
it for
the chat.
another day.
Put it in the
Oh,
chat.
my God. All right, so listen. I'm going to fire this up real quick. This
fire it.
is going to kick off
That's
the topic
trademark.
of this conversation. This right here, and I'm going to put this up. I'll figure out how to get it so people can see it. This is Fox News talking about Biden's lies.
Background
check it
to
out.
his education and experience. Joe Biden claims to have lived and witnessed it all. He's had more than 9 lives. But did he really, Will?
Yeah, so in fact, this week he told Howard Stern that he was arrested during the civil rights movement off of the front porch. No record of that arrest. So let's add that to the long, growing list of Biden's fictional resume. And let's go off the wall to see if we can keep track of everything about Joe Biden. I mean, the resume is getting long, from his ethnic background to his educational achievements to his blue-collar work.
And this one right here, I mean, his uncle probably eaten by cannibals. We're going to get into what the Pentagon said about that. I mean, if that happened, it would certainly be in the Pentagon report, World War II.
Let's start with his ethnic background.
Good Lord, right, guys? So this is just some of Biden's lies. He's gotten away with it, and I talked about that in the open of the show, all the different lies he tells between his uncle getting eaten by cannibals. We all remember that, guys, right? How does he get away with it for literally his entire life, just making up stuff? Chad, what do you think?
Really?
Yeah.
It's fucking retarded.
But you're fired up and all of a sudden you're speechless?
Power. We're not sending our best. I mean, even the other retard said that. Was it Fetterman? This guy is a mental case. I mean, he's always been a mental case, but now he's full on dementia, whatever. Actually, it doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, this is like he doesn't know where he's at. He's in somebody's matrix right now. He's living a whole nother life. And somebody has to pinch his tiny ass to let him know he's a president every once in a while. And they throw a magic pill down his goblet, and he sits up there and like, sir, you just got to read this freaking card. Just don't read the pause part.
Pause.
I'd love to see that dude drive a truck. For a second, I would love to do it.
So, Heather, he was on Howard Stern the other day, right? Telling a bunch of new lies. And you know what? I actually have that audio. And so he's on Howard Stern. I guess they're trying to play him up to a younger audience, and they're like, oh, let's just put him on Howard Stern, which, by the way, and Heather, you want to talk about that, don't you? What is the deal? So Howard Stern, right? Now, because he's liberal, apparently, and because he had a vaccine and he wore a mask in his studio by himself, because he did all of this, now the left loves him, and they've totally forgiven all of the things that he used to do, especially with the left talking about misogyny. They love that word. You're a misogynist. Right. Do they not remember what Howard Stern did in the 70s, 80s, or was it probably the 80s and 90s?
Even in the 90s.
Right.
He had, clearly we've set the tone on what words and imagery is allowed on this show. So thank you, Chad, for setting the bar of what I can now say.
You're welcome.
Because do you all recall the fact that he brought a woman on there who got off on the air?
That was on the show Big Uns, or what was that show called?
No, that was a regular bit.
That's the weirdest porno ever.
That was a regular bit on the show.
Oh, it was a regular bit.
She called in. The first one called in, didn't she?
A sex toy machine that's shaped like a saddle.
Yeah.
A woman sat on it while a much older gentleman got real close and just watched her, and they just filmed the whole thing. They would have women come on there and parade their bodies as they would stand.
Sibian is the name.
Yes, Sibian. That's what that thing is.
Chad manufactures them.
I mean, I think it would be a fair statement to say that the term shock jock was coined because of Howard Stern.
Right.
And he had to go to satellite radio because he was too out there for the mainstream, which I'm a proponent of free speech. If he wants to say and do what he wants to do on his show, that's fine. But as the Biden administration tries to push this narrative of decency, it just seems like the only people that get forgiven are on the left. God forbid anybody on the right, God forbid anybody that's conservative has a little bit, an inkling of a past, but you have a guy that made his entire career, his millions, off being a douchebag. And he was funny. I thought he was funny. He came out when I was in high school. It was on Live 105 in the Bay Area, and I snuck it and listened to it because it was like, ooh, hee, a girl's making noises. It was... But this is who our president is trying to make his grand entrance of decency into his campaign with, is Howard Stern. Give me a break.
It's ridiculous.
Sorry,
I mean, it makes you wonder, like, where all of this is coming from. If you connect all the dots, you can see where it all lies, right? We have porn in schools. We have, congressional aides having sex on the Senate floor.
Yeah.
Like, all of this is all related. Like, it's all crazy.
Is that AIDS that you get from congressmen? congressional aides.
Congressional aid, yeah.
It's a special kind.
I guess
Sure
that would
Fauci
mean
has a
term limits.
vaccine for that.
Well, if they don't, Pfizer's going to make one.
I said, I'm sure Fauci has one.
No. Yeah. Well.
So, look, we're talking about Biden lying, right? This is ridiculous because
it's ridiculous.
And Chad, you were saying ridiculous. You were saying, oh, he's senile. He is senile, but he has been lying his entire life, his entire career. He has been lying, and I think he just doesn't realize that social media is something now that you can't get away with lying like he used to get away with lying all the time.
But he still does. He still does.
I mean. People are pointing it out now. I mean, and they did point it out to some extent back then when we had real media, but it just keeps going. And you're right. Nobody's pointing it out enough, because if the president is flat ass lying about this kind of stuff, this little stuff, then he's lying about big stuff. Because if you're going to lie about, getting arrested off of his porch, which is irrelevant and nobody cares, why? What else will he lie about? And the answer is these people will lie about everything.
I think it's interesting that he's lying about getting arrested. Trying to compare himself to President Trump in his trial, right? And how
trying to get some cred, some street cred for being arrested.
Yep, I think that's exactly what that is.
Yeah, I think there's plenty to arrest him for. There's plenty to arrest him for.
Yeah,
let's get him a mugshot.
Let's arrest him for real and get him a mugshot.
For real.
But all of this going on Howard Stern, he's just trying to resuscitate an image of a feeble. If I go, his people. This is how he goes over Howard Stern. He doesn't know what show he's on. Look at this young guy with his life. He probably. This is a very nice lady. I went on Howard Stern. She was a very nice woman. He has no idea where he is, and he's sitting over there. And his people tell him, appeal to younger people. They are so, this is all the left, by the way. They are so disconnected from the people that are supposed to be their base. They really have no idea. Because the people that they have activated to go out there and call everybody names and all of these things, they're sickened by people like Howard Stern. But just because he wears a mask, he's elite, and he's pro-vaccine, they think, young people will love.
I think it's simpler than that, David. I think they think that we're stupid.
Yeah, well, not us. They think their voters are stupid.
Right.
Well,
yeah.
They think young people
voters
are stupid.
Yeah. Well,
it's the lowest common denominator. They got the low hanging fruit, and they placate to the low hanging fruit, and then those of us that think for ourselves, well, we're just Christian nationalist. I got called a Nazi by a lady that looks like she got dressed at a thrift store.
That's putting it nicely, Chad.
Yeah, that's about right.
Listen, don't knock the come-ups. We all like the come-ups, okay?
I don't know what you're talking about, but you gotta stop tonight.
You don't know what a come-up is?
Stop.
No, I don't like any part of that word.
It's talking about manholes and come-ups.
Manholes and come-ups. What is wrong with you?
All right, guys, listen.
Your mom watches this show.
If you guys are in the chat, if you guys are over on X, make sure you tell. We gotta. Do you guys know? Here's the question of the night. We'll do a little homage to Matt Couch.
You know what a come up is?
Here's a question of the night. What is it? Do you guys know what a come up is? I know Allie knows what a come. Allie, you know what a come up is?
Oh, why? Because I'm black?
Yes, exactly.
Menthol. It's something menthol.
That's exactly why. And if you don't
Give me
know,
those menthols.
If you don't know what a come up is, because you already don't. You already don't. No, actually, you don't vote for Joe Biden, do you?
No.
Oh, well, then you ain't black.
She ain't black.
Oh,
she ain't.
She's mulatto.
Yeah.
Allie's catfishing us all.
She's a front.
All right. Listen, we'll talk about come-ups later. But while Biden's on, we're talking about Biden's baloney, BLOGNA. Here's what he said on the Howard Stern show, interesting enough. And this is Heather all fired up. Here, check it out. I'm gonna try to put this on. Hold on. I'm doing all the tech myself here back here. Hold on, I'm gonna put this up.
Hang on, he's doing the come-ups.
In my bars on, man. Said, "Get your bars on you." What are you talking about? So I joined the National Guard and facetiously said, somebody's got to do this anyway. So what happened after that was...
Were you in shock that he joined the National Guard?
No, I wasn't in shock. It didn't surprise me. It just, I wasn't encouraging him to do it. He was the sitting Attorney General. He had to give up the Attorney General's job because you either have to work for the president or for the state. So,
Jeez Louise. So before I toss it over to you, Heather, because I know you're fired up about it.
Trademark.
This is a very
puppet.
This is a very
Isn't that
lively.
like we're on like the Brady Bunch.
Yeah,
it's a lively and
got
enthusiastic
And why do they
younger
keep
show
rotating
that he was
around?
on.
It's
It
weird.
sounded like two geriatrics talking about their ailments.
You know what we're gonna do? When we go offline, listen, we're gonna have to open up a studio, and I'm gonna talk about this privately because it's gonna be a secret. Anyway, Heather, why are you pissed off?
What is that?
Why am I pissed off that the commander-in-chief of the world's greatest military is on tape discouraging his own child from serving in the military that he had vied to command back 20 years ago? Okay, Chad, what's with the disco balls? Is that what those
They're
are?
beat balls.
Onions.
I'm sorry, Heather.
What the hell are
They
they?
look like disco.
They're red onions.
Just so you all know, my wife is as twisted as I am. She's the one that handed it to me. Then that was
Elizabeth.
a nut, wasn't it?
Heather's trying to make an enraged point
sorry.
here. Go ahead, Heather.
Heather, this is the VA's problem.
Chad's just
Come on, Red
mad
Bone.
because I'm fired up, and fired up is his tagline.
That's it.
Trademark.
Come on, we're talking. Hey guys, just be serious. We're all talking about the commander-in-chief.
Coming up with the commander-in-chief. Got it.
Come up with the commander.
All right, everybody shut up. Heather, why are you mad?
On a serious note, how much faith is that going to put into anybody within our armed services if the highest civilian ranking member of the military discourages his own child because his child was an attorney general? And politically, that is more powerful. Who gives a shit? This country is protected by the men and women that volunteer. This is not a draft time. This is an all volunteer force. Everybody signed the name on the dotted line because they wanted to. And his son wanted to, and he discouraged him when he spent 50 plus years in politics, making decisions on behalf of these people, funding these people, not funding these people, deciding if these people are going to go to war to protect us. And he doesn't, is the military not good enough for his kid?
Well,
I have so many
gotta push
choice
back.
words that I want to say, but when I heard that, I was disgusted.
I got to push back though, because
Push
I'm
back.
sitting here. I'm sitting here right now, and I don't have kids. And let's see, 1, 2, 3. Me and Puppet are the only ones that don't have kids.
Yes,
Puppet has a.
How do you know Puppet doesn't have kids?
Let me hold on, but before you do this, let me put this into context. When he was trying to dissuade his son, this was during the Iraqi involvement. This was 20 years ago. I want to say it was either 2002 or 2003 to 2005. It was in that range. I joined in 2005, and why would you be okay with the commander-in-chief dissuading his son from serving? I'm curious.
Because he was the attorney general. And at the end of the day, he is in a position of not only power, but a position that many are. And he's in a position of leadership in law enforcement. He's in a very high seat. Less than 0.1% of the country would ever be in that position. And for him, somebody that was trained in law and was an attorney general at the time, let's face it, being able to drop from attorney general and go be an officer in not even the full-time military, but the National Guard, it doesn't. If I was his dad, I'd be like, that doesn't sound like a good financial decision. Because he's getting paid X amount to be the attorney general. He is holding a position of power, whether we like power or not. And it's a respected position through law enforcement. I mean, it is definitely a downgrade to go down and be a National Guardsman based on the financial professional concept, right? That's all I'm talking about. Now, him and the reason that he pushed back on his son is that he's been in Congress for 40 years at the time. It's the family business. This is how we make money.
That's right. And he knows that he's going to be bilking some foreign country for a war that now his son's going to have to get into.
But that's my point, is Biden's always
let me
put
finish.
political power over everything.
Let me finish, because if we look at it in its minutia, if my son was the attorney general of the United States of America or for a state, I would be very, very proud of him. And if he told me I'm leaving as the attorney general because I want to go play Army on the weekends, I would say, I want you to rethink that a little bit.
That's a dumb move.
And it is a dumb move if you look at it based on its pure concept. Now, the fact that he's a patriot and he said, "Kiss my ass, Dad," I give him all the respect in the world.
I applaud him for that.
Looking at it as what we would look at in our kids and success. I disagree. You need to stay as the attorney general. It is a very touted position. You are doing good if you're doing good. And from what I know of Bo, he was a very, very good officer, and he was a very, very good attorney general. That being said, as a parent, I would probably say the same thing. Because it's a weekend warrior. It's not even a full-time job, Heather. He's not going to join the military. He's dropping to be the Attorney General of Delaware to say, I'm going to go play G.I. Joe once a weekend.
I think it's poor form for the sitting commander-in-chief, the man that's
talk to him as a dad.
Been vice president. I don't give a shit. I'm a mom. I still wouldn't do that if my kid wanted to do that.
I would in a fucking minute.
You know,
I'd be
and
like, you need to stay the Attorney
fine,
General.
but
It's
I'm
true,
just
because I'm not
saying,
paying your
I
fucking
think
bills when you go play
it's
G.I.
a
Joe.
poor message that the military wasn't good enough for his own kid.
Well, I think being a politician, you would think that he'd be more political, but he's an idiot, so he's not. I mean, I would be like, on behind closed doors, I'd be like, son, this is a bad choice.
Mm-hmm.
Believe me, I know, because I'm defunding your ass right now. And, but in front of the camera, like when I'm talking and I'm trying to run for president, re-election, I'd probably be like, my son was a patriot. He gave up being an attorney general to go and be a reservist or whatever the hell he went to do.
National Guard.
And it's like, okay, that's cool. And you'd be like, man, that's really cool. And I supported him every step of the way. And that would be way more Biden-like because it'd be lying. And that's typical.
And that's all I'm saying. We're talking optics here, right? And Heather, as a veteran and as somebody that lives in the same world you do in that way, I absolutely agree. He should have not come out there and disparaged any concept of joining the United States military.
No.
Now,
but he's an idiot.
In the back room, like Puppet,
In the
I'd be
back
like, you're a
room, he
retard.
can say
Don't do
whatever he
this.
wants.
What?
No. That's where I think maybe we got our points, our wires crossed. In the back room, what he tells his son, that's between him and his son, father and son. But the optics, as being the commander-in-chief, the way that I took it, the way that I interpreted his words was that he essentially said, my son was too good to join the military that I command.
Now I'm on the same page.
Yes.
In public, he says that he was disappointed that his son was going to go into the National Guard. But man, Hunter Biden doing blow with hookers, I'm really proud of that kid. He's really proud of that one. Pissed off at the guy who wanted to be a patriot, but proud as hell.
I'm not going to lie. I'd rather hang out with Hunter.
Hunter Biden. Stop snorting coke off that hooker's ass.
Both seemed way too patriotic for me to hang out with. I don't know.
All right, so
Attorney General.
So here's what we're gonna do. And look, to Heather's point, and I see your point, Chad, too. But to Heather's point, he lies about everything else. Why not lie about this? Why go on Howard Stern and be cookies? The nurses are stealing my cookies.
You get an Oscar for that impersonation.
It's great. It's such a good one.
You're not good at impressions
I'm surprised they didn't
really
bring an 80-year-old woman to strip and let them both evaluate her.
Oh my!
On the show.
No, because Biden.
You bet your boobs are sagging there, honey.
Howard didn't get anybody young enough
Dr.
in there.
Chill.
I was about to go to a break, and then again, I don't know what my sponsors want to go.
Dr. Chill.
Just
go later.
Put me backstage and go to commercial. That way you won't get in trouble.
No, but look, the point is this: he lies about everything else, and why go on Howard Stern again? I still question why he's going on Howard Stern to begin with. I think it was a bad move, but again, they're desperate.
But what young people listen to Howard?
Nobody
Stern?
listens to Howard Stern.
That's like
anymore.
So who's he getting? Is this like a plug for like
he's nuts.
Gen X and above?
The degenerates, maybe.
Like the Gen Xers stopped listening to Howard Stern when he started going cuckoo over the vaccine.
Right.
Yep.
You got to think his audience must have been conservative. I wonder what his numbers did. I mean, he's a billionaire at this point, so he can say whatever he wants. But you have to wonder what his audience did after he went all cuckoo over. I'm cuckoo for COVID puffs.
As long as they brought in Beetlejuice, they didn't give a flip. That's why we have a problem in this country based on apathy. Yeah. People are like, shut up. We don't want to hear about your politics. Just make fun of Beetlejuice. That's all they want. Make the chick come on the speaker. That's all we want.
That's right.
You know, that's where they play on this game with Howard Stern, and people give him the best they can. And if he comes up with politics, I'm sure they switch it to Hot 95, today's all skate music for everybody to go out there and enjoy in the highway. And
I mean, what a great place
it.
for the president to start campaigning. I mean, the place where you have hookers and midgets, retards, you know, like this is the cast of characters that are on the show. I mean,
I wonder if Secret Service brought a black light in that thing.
Oh, bro.
It's like one of them video stores where you can get your own room.
Listen, if Secret Service brought a blacklight in, all I would see is the urine stain in the president's pants. All right, with that, I'm going to go and take a quick break.
Buy some shit.
Hopefully I don't lose all my sponsors. And when we come back, we got more about not just Biden's lies, but the left's lies about Biden. I don't know if I'm going to take you guys off stage or have you minimized in those little windows. So just be aware you might be on camera because this is my first time doing this. So don't go anywhere. We're going to talk about Biden's lies when we come back. Go anywhere.
Hey friends, David Pollack here. If you're craving the best soft serve ice cream around, Topper's Creamery's got you covered. Serving the Apopka community for over a decade, Topper's is known for the finest old-fashioned custard-style soft-serve ice cream in a variety of flavors, from their French vanilla bean to exciting specials like German chocolate cake. But the experience doesn't end there. Be sure to grab a fresh baked waffle cone or a sundae topped with my favorite, the fresh baked brownies. They even offer pup cups for your four-legged friends. So hurry in to Topper's Creamery in Apopka, South 512 Hunt Club Road. Make sure to tell them David sent you.
With today's economic environment, it's never been more important to secure your hard-earned wealth for you and your family's future. FinSec Life works to offer industry-leading customer service to help successful individuals and businesses protect their wealth. Whether it's a business succession plan, estate liquidity, or a variety of life and long-term care policies, FinSec Life can help deliver peace of mind, knowing that if something happens, you or your company is taken care of. Visit FinSecLife.com. That's FINSEC Life.com. Securities offered through Valmark Security Inc., member FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Valmark Advisors Inc., an SEC registered investment advisor. FinSec Life is a separate entity from Valmark Securities Inc. and Valmark Advisors Inc.
Business owners, are you sick of dealing with those big-name telecommunications companies that leave you frustrated with terrible customer service and then lock you into long-term contracts? That's why I want to introduce you to my friends over at Public Telephone Company. They are an industry-leading VoIP provider offering all-in-one business communication solutions that are completely contract-free with competitive pricing. But perhaps the best part, they're all about supporting their customers with US-based customer service, and they're always willing to go the extra mile. Don't let your phone company drive you mad. Call Public Telephone Company today at 877-314-4080 or visit them at publictelephonecompany.com. That's publictelephonecompany.com.
So patriots, listen up. It's time to wake up and smell the freedom. Beard Vet Coffee is here to fuel your American spirit. This isn't just coffee. It's a battle cry in a cup, a declaration of love for the land of the free and the home of the brave. Crafted by the hands of those who've walked the walk, talked the talk, and, grown the damn beard. Vet founded, vet focused, and beard operated. This is coffee with a mission, a purpose, and a testament to the unyielding American spirit. It's a tribute to the tireless resolve that courses through the veins of our great nation. This is the taste of victory, the flavor of freedom, the coffee that stands as firm as our belief in America's destiny to lead and never to kneel. Beard Vet Coffee is more than a brand. It's a legacy steeped in the principles that make America great. It's for those who stand with pride under the stars and stripes, who uphold the values that light the torch of liberty for the world to see. So, are you ready to supercharge your day the American way? Beard Vet Coffee is not just a choice. It's a declaration of independence from mediocre mornings. Bold, brave, unbound. Brewed for the American patriot. Beard Vet Coffee. Make your mornings great again.
Hell yeah, make your mornings great again. And if you go to beardvet.com, you want to save yourself some money in Joe Biden's economy, because who can't save a few bucks in this Joe Biden economy? Use promo code David and you will save yourself 10%. 10% is a lot of money. So go save yourself 10%. They also have Beard Vet Tactical, by the way. You can go and get your ammo, some stun guns, and one of those nets that they used to use on Batman and Robin to catch Robin, apparently. I don't know what. There was always a net in those episodes. But you go to use promo code David to save yourself 10%. And by the way, I was telling you the story about Puppet's My Pillow head, and and I think Heather was talking about she washes her My Pillow, which is good. You need to wash them once in a while. And when you do, if you go to mypillow.com, you can use promo code Pollock and save yourself a ton of money, up to 80% across our product lines. I recommend the dog beds. My dogs are over here in my studio sleeping on them right now. They can pee on them, which they do, and you could throw them in a washing machine. The cover, the insides, all washable. Well, they do. The dogs pee on dog beds, and that's what's so great about these. Why? I don't know. They're dogs. Why do you pee on your bed?
I don't pee on my bed.
You throw them in the washing machine. You throw them in the dryer, and all of a
Elizabeth,
sudden you
have I
have
ever pissed the bed.
Not sober, honey. Not sober.
That's a negative.
So anyway, the dog beds are great. Let me talk. Let me do my ad, man.
You got me on the whole thing. I'll mute.
You put the dog bed in the dryer. You have a new dog bed. It's fluffy, like Puppet's My Pillow head. Promo code Pollock, save yourself up to 8%. We're back, everybody, and we're going to talk about Chad. We're not going to talk about Chad's bedwetting because it doesn't happen. It's not real. It's not true. It's never happened before.
I hope my head's not made of a piss-filled dog bed.
Well, Puppet, some days it is. Puppet, some days it is. So tonight we're talking about Biden's lies, his malarkey, his BOLOGNA. But it's not just Biden's lies we're talking about here.
No.
And I'm going to pull up this clip here that Puppet sent in here. Even the media shills. What do they call it? The new cliche word that they say, stop simping. The media's big simping for Joe Biden. Big simping. Oh, why did you know that, Allie? Because you're black. So we're gonna throw up this clip here, and
you gonna play the song? You're gonna say "Big Simpin" and you can't even play it?
Well, I don't have it queued up. Hold on,
because it's not in his Shalom playlist.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm throwing up this video. Hang on. This listen to the media lie.
Presided over an economy that is growing at record rates. We have unemployment at a structurally low number. If you want a job in this country, you can get it. Crime is plummeting. We saw a 12% reduction in crime in our urban areas. Listen, there is still a lot of progress to be made here, but if Donald Trump wins, it's going to be the same trickle-down economic policies that we lived with. You will have a reckless, irresponsible administration that tries to seek to divide us from each other. Joe Biden still has work to do, but this is a growing, good economy. Our streets are safer. This country is respected around the world again. I admit this is going to be a very close election, but I think Joe Biden is going to have an incredible record to run on.
I can tell you guys don't agree.
And this is on Fox. That's what's crazy.
He doesn't even believe his own words.
Absolutely not. I wonder how long it took him to memorize that.
What a cuck.
Well, when you're lying, you don't have to memorize anything. You just go opposite. It's opposite day. It's like, let me see. How can I defend Joe Biden's record? Let's see. Yeah, foreign wars. No, there aren't any. Economy, it's doing great. Inflation, it's under control. Biden, totally not dementia-ridden.
Have you turned on any foreign news and watched it, bro?
That's the fake news. The fake news is the foreign news.
Opposite day. See, you're supposed to step up, and I thought you were rapping for a second. You blew it. Although I did watch Heather, she had goose pimples and she was ready to go off.
Heather, if you were drinking water, you would have spit it out. What about that clip? Gets you so worked up.
Everything about that clip gets me worked up.
That was my clip. I wanted to get you guys worked up.
Hey, Puppet is bringing it.
When they say that he's got a record to run on, why are they only honing in on Trump banning abortions federally? No, he's not. That's all they have is this whole women's rights issue, which drives me nuts because A, Trump already came out and said that that's not what he would do. Explained it great. B, y'all are on this whole democracy is at stake. Why aren't you promoting democracy in the states that have these bans and these women to go and change it because this was voted in. They can change it legislatively if they want to, and they didn't. And these politicians that put these bans into place were voted in because nothing else has been talked about in this country other than abortion since before 2022. So all of these poor women in these states that don't have access to abortion, fix it. Go protest. Go do your legislative stuff. I'll be on the other side protesting against you, but it's still their right to do it in a democratic fashion versus Kamala and Joe trying to play the white knight coming in. And we're going to save you guys. Let them save themselves.
Well, no, we're going to take
Empower
away
them.
democracy, actually, and
women's
you.
rights.
And
altogether.
Like, how about you just stay the fuck out of it? That's what Trump's talking about.
How are we talking about women's rights when they're okay with a guy with a rudder on his wiener going out there and winning gold medals and shit, and they're trying to lift up the Transformers? This is retarded.
He was on Howard Stern. Women's
Boys
rights.
and girls bathrooms,
you haven't seen
men and
Shock
women's
Doctor, I get pissed off.
bathrooms. I mean, we can't even go work out without, questioning whether or not the person in the stall with next to us is a man or a woman. Like, it's scary.
Everybody wears yogurt pants. You can
Yogurt pants.
Yes.
I don't wear the yogurt pants. I just wear
you own yogurt pants.
Do the gray sweatpant test.
I don't wear the gray sweatpants.
Wow.
I don't wear the gray sweatpants because it makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I understand.
I wore gray sweatpants in the 6th grade once.
No, we're talking about to the gym. There's a whole thing, Puppet.
No, I know there is. I'm talking about to health class. That was a mistake.
When you watched the video?
And yeah, it didn't. I had one of those comeuppance things that you were talking about.
Speaking of which, does anybody yet know what a come up is?
I feel like loser.
I just told you. I didn't
use it in a sentence.
Use it in a sentence.
Use it in a sentence. I
In
went to
6th
the
grade, I wore
thrift
gray
shop and I
sweatpants.
got a come up.
And got to come up when I got up from my desk.
Isn't that a come up in? Like you get your ass whooped?
No, a come up. None
That's
of
a
y'all know what
comeuppance.
do you know who Macklemore is? Have you not heard?
You got a come up.
I'm looking for a come up. This is effing awesome.
Like a handout.
That looks like a song.
Or not like a
Are
handout.
you at
but
Disney
like
World?
Yeah, I'm gonna pop some tags. I got $20 in my pocket.
Oh my God.
Looking for a come up. No, y'all don't know this shit.
I know that song.
I know it, but
Yeah, you don't know it, Allie.
I don't have children.
You don't know it. You're just saying that, Allie, so
Great,
nobody
David.
judges you.
It's too Pollock.
Well,
Hey, I don't care if people judge me. You know that, David. Let's not go there.
The song by a white rapper.
That's too Pollock.
listen, there's a lot of very famous white rappers. First, you have Eminem. He's like our Elvis.
Oh, who's the Jewish one? My nephew showed me. him. I love him.
Matsayahu or something?
White rapper.
Matsayahu or something? I don't know.
There's a lot of them, actually.
No, there's a white
Pretty
rapper,
good.
Young Willie or something like that.
Oh, yeah, there's a...
He's a
there's
Jewish
lot of
kid.
them.
He's hilarious.
Right, you see?
He's awesome.
We're good at
Oh.
other things besides building pyramids, taxes, and gold work. So we are also good rappers. Anyhow, so yes, so the
I'm not
media
saying shit.
so the media lies. This is what we've talked about. And they've gone out there. Listen to this right back into freaking serious politics, folks. That's how
What
we
was
do
that
it here.
sound? So I can put it on my board.
We're good at sound effects too, these Jewish people. So
That's not it.
here's the thing. The media doesn't tell the truth, and I don't think people are buying it anymore. And this is the question for all of you. Yeah, let me hear that. It sounds like a mouse after he eats Taco Bell.
Is the shit. I can really like this motherfucker.
Good Lord. Why are people still watching?
I need
this?
one of those. I gotta get that on my board here.
Chad, do you have the Asian guy saying you
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, dude. I do.
Not a
How you
asshole.
doing? CCP asshole. Shit, I can't get this off. Yeah. Wait a minute.
Oh, this show is a hot mess. I love it. It's so much fun.
It's my
Wow,
show.
you
I'm
think
glad you think it's a hot mess. Everyone's like, oh my God.
Who's that?
It's like you.
Oh, Puppet's doing it now too. Like we got taken over by the little
Overback.
people from Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, it can
I
get-
don't
I
even
all kinds of
know.
weird
Listen.
shit.
Here's the
Jim
issue.
Papp's in here doing on the friggin' Twitter.
This
Are
is
we gonna
the
talk to Twitter. Nobody's putting their hands up.
Oh, let's talk to Twitter. Let's. Why not?
Twitter, let's talk.
You know what you guys are like? It's like
Ray
my house
R.
was all
drunk
cleaned up
drivers
and
is
ready
what
to
he is
go.
like.
I invited you over to my house for like a little get together,
Right.
and y'all are trashing the place. Puppet is peeing in the corner.
Yep.
Chad's drinking
peeing
my
on the dog
expensive booze,
Yep.
and I think Heather and Allie are just sitting in the back laughing. Like,
They're
and I'm sitting
shaker.
like,
Let's give each other a high five.
yeah.
Rump shaker.
Yeah.
Oh, this way. Ready?
That was good. That was good. That was good.
What is happening?
I
Oh,
don't even
nice.
know. It's some Matrix shit. Hey, let's see if we want.
Matrix.
Do we have it?
What is
Let's just let the wheels completely fall off the freaking bus here. Allie or Chell, do we have anybody that wants to come up from Spaces? Is anybody brave enough to come up from
again.
Spaces?
He said come up again.
We're looking for a come up. We're looking for a come up.
We're looking for a come up.
I saw it. He took it down, but I saw it.
Oh, I
wants
see
to come
Jim
up?
Pfaff. Jim Pfaff's got his hand up. Jim Pfaff, are you ready to join? Are you going to be our first come up?
I hate that.
I'll be the first one.
Oh, Jim Pfaff,
Too
before
late.
you
Gentlemen,
begin,
my bestie, Jim Pfaff.
before you
did it.
begin, the rule tonight, I don't know if Shell told you, you have to sing the line.
No.
Joesph Biden has the way with BOLOGNA.
Thumbs down. He said no.
All right, fine. Just talk.
Biden has the way with BLO.
I am impressed by the electronic helium that I just witnessed here on Spaces for
You want
the
it
first
back?
time in my life.
No, we don't want it back. No, Jim, do not encourage them.
Jim, tell us what's going on in Washington, D.C. We out here in the cornfields and shit, we're scared to death.
Where's Corn Pop?
You know what's going on in Washington, D.C.?
All right, I'm going to have to throw everybody backstage, Jim. I'm going to have to literally throw everybody backstage. Tell me, Jim, what's your comment?
Your hair
Do you
looks
want to talk
good.
about Biden's lies or Puppet's
Well,
mail?
what I was going to say is I know exactly what's going on in Washington, D.C. It's BOLOGNA.
True that. And that was very good.
Sorry.
So Jim, for our audience at home and for our X Spaces audience, Jim's a serious dude. Now, Jim does a lot of really cool stuff. He has tons of Washington experience. He's been on the inside, on the outside, and now he runs a giant crypto pack, I guess.
No.
Not crypto. What? Yeah.
No, the Conservative Caucus.
Keep up.
Wait, you not doing the crypto thing anymore?
No, we fired him.
No.
Now he's gone on
Well, I didn't get
to one of
fired.
the oldest caucuses out there. One of the
So
oldest.
now you're
greatest-
Conservative Caucus, Jim?
He's kicking ass.
Yeah, it is the oldest conservative grassroots organization in America.
He's got an old caucus
So,
and he's coming up.
for the audience here, Jim's a real guy, and he was still brave enough to come on this shit show and hang out with us tonight. So, Jim, you have the floor. What would you like to contribute about Joe Biden's baloney? Other than, if you just wanted to do the ditty and that's all, that's cool too. I'm just giving you the floor.
Nobody wants to do the ditty. Okay.
Why do we
He
have to
did the
say about
ditty.
Jim?
He did the ditty.
No ditty.
He did the
he
ditty.
But why do we have to talk about the way you said it is wrong? Like, would you have anything to say about Joe Biden's baloney?
I didn't say his baloney.
That's
I
exactly
didn't.
what you
I
said.
didn't. Jim, have you been with us the entire show?
No, I have not.
Okay. Well, at the beginning of the
bless you.
show, we're all being serious. And all of a sudden,
We
Chad
are never serious, David.
No, we were very serious. This was a serious moment. There was violins playing. Things were very serious. And Chad Caton decides his wife apparently brought him a chub of beef, a 90-10 cut for his dog.
Yeah. She just cut it in half.
Oh.
Too much for her.
L'chaim.
To the meat.
L'chaim? Oh.
I think I'm the only one that got that, David.
Rick, you're a moil. You just moiled the beef. She's not laughing.
So it's beef, BOLOGNA. Is that what you're saying?
What? Yo,
I don't even know what we're saying, Jim.
Look like a big baloney.
Yeah.
I'm never going to be allowed on the show again.
No, seriously. So, Jim, I've invited these people into my home, and you see what they've done to it.
These people?
Yeah. These
Amazing.
people.
Oh, way to be racist
People like
again.
who?
We've already established there is nobody ethnic on this panel besides me.
I'm Aztec.
Oh, okay.
I'm
you're
a
good.
puppet. Mannequin American.
Yeah, okay, that's true.
American.
All right. So the only
David!
the only white people up here are Allie and Heather, apparently.
What?
Yeah.
No,
Well, you're Aztec.
I'm Aztec.
Pup's a puppet.
American
Allie's
Indian American.
Allie is red.
Heinz 57.
Oh. Well, then again, now. Oh, so now we're bringing John.
Yeah,
what's his name?
Thank you, Jim.
What's his name? Not John Kerry. I always think he's John Kerry. He's the Republican John Kerry. Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney's the Republican John Kerry. Mitt Romney's wife, doesn't he? Or is that whose wife owns Heinz 57 or Heinz?
John Kerry.
John Kerry.
Teresa Heinz Kerry.
She's dead though, isn't she?
I don't know.
No, I don't.
The climate pusher that rides his private jet around the world all the time.
Because she ain't saying get out of my ketchup mobile no more.
Listen. His now dead wife did not allow him to ride that thing all over the world because it was her money, and she determined whether he could do it or not. Now that she's passed away, he just uses that thing to go everywhere, blow smoke everywhere, and so there you go.
But he did get rid of the other plane though. They had 2 planes.
Oh, well, good for him. His carbon footprint is now 1,000 times greater than everyone else's, and not 10,000 times. So there you go.
Thank you. That's why I love Jim. He
knows the he comes with the facts.
He got facts.
All right, Jim, stick around. We're going to come chat with you in Spaces in just a second. Thank you for popping in and having
loaded with high fructose corn syrup.
Right.
And Jim, thank you for going back to Washington after you retired to kick ass. We love you for that. Thank you.
Hey, wait, Jim, before you go, come back. Are you still on, Jim?
Yeah, I am.
All right. Do you have anything you want to promote real quick?
Yeah, I want everyone to go to theconservativecaucus.org and sign up to be a grassroots volunteer. We are going to take this freaking country back.
What he said.
There you go.
Hoorah, Jim.
That's it, guys. There's doers, then there's us. So
hey, Jim, do you have to be local to DC to be a part of it, or can it be anybody in any state can sign up?
We have a few state organizations built up. We're rebuilding it because the Conservative Caucus in the 80s and 90s had a state organization in all 50 states and in over 220 congressional districts. We're rebuilding that right now. We're looking for people who want to help on a local state basis, local congressional district basis, and we're going to build a large grassroots army. We're going to do the best we can here in 2024, which should be pretty good. And then by 2026, again, we'll be really kicking butt there. But we're also supporting Donald Trump for president with independent expenditures because we love the guy.
And he's going to make being a conservative cool again.
It was always cool.
It always,
No, it wasn't.
it's been cool.
No, it's not.
Look, how do you say that? We have Heather.
How do I say it? How about the assholes in the country club with their khaki pants and blue jacket, gold
No,
buttons?
those are only the people y'all are paying attention to. We got Ali Leggé. We got Heather. We got a freaking puppet. And we have Chad Caton. This is the Republican Party, guys. Not those douches in khakis. Those are just our donors.
But that's why
we're the Republican Party.
Plus, we have a conservative caucus.
and we wear jeans
in our pants.
We wear jeans. We don't wear khakis.
Or we don't wear pants.
That's right.
Right,
Most
I'm
of us
not
are
wearing
not
pants at the
wearing
moment.
pants.
Yeah, Chad, myself.
We're letting
Heather.
our caucus hang out.
Allie is still, she's being a lady.
Helicopter.
She's not disclosing whether or not. That's okay.
I cannot confirm.
We cannot confirm nor deny, nor will we.
She's a Liberty mom. They got to be all
That's true.
proper.
Not Liberty, America.
America. Yeah, the Liberty ones are dumb.
No, yeah. She's a mom for America.
America.
The whole
You guys
country.
are saying that totally wrong. It's America.
America.
What I said. America. I said.
Hey,
America.
listen, before we go, I got something for you guys that'll just make you. This is the.
Why are we
feel-good-
going? We got Lou's hand up. She's been had her head up.
I know, her arm's about to fall off.
Oh shit! All right, let's bring Lou in. Sorry.
Join the club. Lou, join the
Lou, I
club.
didn't see you. I'm not watching the spaces. Lou, jump on in.
So, congratulations
First
on
off.
the great show. Number 2, thank you for the shout out, Chad, and the 6-foot vagina. Appreciate
Hoorah.
that.
3 foot.
You guys keep talking about
They
white
always try to make it
rappers.
sound bigger than it is.
Is that a Lil Wayne song?
No. Stop being black for a second.
Do you know she didn't know what a come up is, and now all of a sudden she knows every rap song there ever was. Like every reference is a rap song. You're not making up for it, Allie. I'm sorry.
Her schnizzle is for shizzle.
Nope. Her
Lou,
schnizzle is all for sizzles up.
You only got
Okay,
the
I'm
number
sorry,
2.
Lou. Go ahead, Lou. I'm sorry. I love you, girl.
Where did
fell out
Heather
of
go?
her chair.
Wait, Heather has fallen out of her chair. Are you okay?
She's doing dips on the chair.
Doing Pilates.
She's doing dips.
I had to check my charging cord. Sorry.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what we
all right.
said.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Lou. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Lou.
So I was just going to say, shout out for the Beastie Boys again, not only white, but Jewish. Hey-oh, David Pollack, there you go. Trying to throw in some folks there for you. And yeah, hey, it is what it is. You know, Biden's going to go in there to Stern and lie.
Yes.
That you need to just do that from now on, Lou. 3 gems from Lou.
That was.
Good.
She's good.
Bang on.
I love
All right,
Lou.
listen, I got a video for you guys that's going to make everybody in a really good mood. You ready? Here, check this out.
Oh, he has really picked this.
Hold on, I got to make this bigger. Wait, that's Heather. Hold on.
This is how I carry my kids to bed.
Hold on, let's see if I can play
I
that
know.
again.
I mean, come on. If that's hurting him, you are a real
No.
wuss.
I'm going to see if I can play that again. Hold on.
Have you ever had your child
Hey, Allie.
throw a temper tantrum in the middle of the store somewhere?
Yeah. I'm going to see if I can play a video again. Hold on. I don't know how to work this. Hold on.
Get it together, David.
Well, it doesn't. We'll just play the video to audio.
You pick the one that doesn't match and you put it on the big screen.
No, it doesn't. Restream
Which
doesn't
one
let
of
you replay.
these aren't like the other?
Anyway.
Wait, we'll change it.
Which one of these ain't like the other?
I thought that. Listen, we can play the audio. I'm gonna save this audio to my board because just listen to it.
Okay. Oh Jesus. Today.
Today. You can't just
You
play
know
that
what's
again.
funny is like we're the only ones laughing. The space is like
can't
quiet.
play
We
it
don't
again.
see any reactions at all. Like,
Yeah. So what that
we're all
was,
pointing to each other.
that was one of the free Palestine people getting carried away by a police officer,
Manhandled.
manhandled as he cries for his mommy, and his little water bottle falls out of his pocket.
Oh my God, you're hurting me.
Yeah, you're hurting me.
And being drugged around by your handcuffs ain't gonna feel good.
Yeah, let me tell you something.
Just saying.
We should, if we did that with every single one of them, God, it would make me. You know, when those people
we
would.
didn't even play my favorite video. My favorite video is one of the college kids gets out at like the ass crack of dawn, and he's playing.
Yeah.
He's
Good morning,
The
Vietnam.
trumpet? Is it the one that's playing the trumpet?
America. That was hilarious. Vietnam.
Yeah, he had a speaker.
Yes. Oh my God. I was like, I say we need to get all of the drill sergeants from every single branch and just have them just
Just take the Marines.
just
Marine drill sergeant.
Here,
Still-
let me see if I can get that video up again because it's just
You know the
so
video
good.
I want? Where-
Hold on,
where-
hold on,
Allie,
hold on.
big picture,
Let me
Allie.
see if I can get this in here. Hold on.
Dude, you are flipping the weird.
Hold on. There we go.
That's a little cop too.
That
Cop-
just
the cop
makes
carrying
my
him
freaking day.
The cop carrying him to safety is hurting him. Let's go put you over there with Hamas, where you're what you're protesting. Let's see how they treat you there, pal.
We really
With a little
should.
water bottle.
The Jewish kid with the Star of David, the Palestinian folks, the Hamas folks wouldn't let him into UCLA.
Yeah. I have that video.
Somebody find me that kid, and I just had somebody hit me on here. Who did that? Who hit me on there? And said, because I said, I'll walk you to class, because he's like, I'm not doing anything. I'm just trying to go to class with my buddies. I was like, I'll fly to Los Angeles and I will walk every Jew to their class. And I promise you, you're not going to stand there. And he was being really nice about it. And we'll take some folks. And I had a couple people that said they're down to go. So
I'm down. Here, I have a video.
Take you girls, because then if they swing on you, Heather, then I'm going to have to really.
Heather, Chad, I'm pretty sure Heather can kick your ass. I'm just saying. Just
that part.
Just saying.
Stop it.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to do a charity boxing event. Heather versus Chad.
Ooh, is it grappling?
All right,
He
listen.
does have a meat stick in his pants.
No, he had a beef chub.
Nick Miles
and
from
then it got
Walkaway. He's like, Chad, let's go. Keep it, big ass Nick.
Oh, Big Nick Energy. I call him Big Nick Energy.
Nick Energy and I just walking up saying, hey, you guys in the scarves, beat it. These Jewish fellers need to go to class.
I have an idea. We really should round up all the free Palestine people and do an exchange for the Israeli the people are being held captive, the hostages. We should exchange the Israeli hostages for the free Palestine people in the United States. Let's just round them all up, tell them they're going on a peacekeeping mission to Gaza, and we'll just turn them over to Hamas. What do you? I mean, they should love it there.
Send the gender benders first.
All of
That
them.
part.
Let's just
Yes.
round them all up and send them to Gaza so they can chant for peace there.
Listen, they would all shit their pants. Okay, they would
They're
never
not going nowhere.
They would never go.
Half of them fly away from their mom's
I mean,
basement.
Allah loves everybody, right? Let's go prove their point.
I think we should send them. So
I
I
still
don't have
think
any.
we should just roll up a bunch of veterans and walk these Jewish kids to class.
Amen.
I'm
Let's
down.
go.
Let's go.
I'd love to see them step up.
Yeah.
Let's
All
get
right.
weird.
Well, listen, it's way past our bedtimes, and we are going to end the show. I know I'm just saying that because I'm trying to think of a cute tagline to end the show with.
Wait, why are you in the show? There's all kinds of people. James R. hasn't even said anything from his wind tunnel yet.
All right. Well, listen, I try to keep it. I like to keep people wanting more, so they come back next week. You got to leave them
Well,
wanting.
next week
Chad.
will be me and Allie.
And maybe Chad. Chad, you
And
next week.
Chad too.
And we're going to call it Only Mans.
Only mans?
Only Mans with Only Fans.
That's for y'all to work out. I'm going to be away. Puppet is going to be
I've already
away.
put it in production.
So, but after this show, I don't know if I should give you the keys to my house. Like that's.
We don't need it. I got.
You can have the keys to my house.
Thanks.
It's only a trunk.
Allie and I are good house sitters. We'll
Okay.
make sure it's all clean.
Allie, you better keep
very
Chad under
used to that.
control next
See,
week.
look, Allie.
Look, I don't know if I could control Chad.
Allie, I'm trying to give you a high five.
Oh.
It's so weird.
Guys, I hope you
weird.
enjoyed this special event of the David Pollack Show. I only have this weird polling music, but I'm going to put it on because it's music before we go. Yeah, look, check it out. No, look, polling is look, check it out. So, now I'm gonna talk us out. Ready? That's all the time we have tonight for this special edition of the David Pollack Show. I want to thank Puppet Carlson, as always, and his manhole Chad. I'm fired up, Caton, Ali Leggé, and Heather Liberty Valkyrie for joining the show. We'll be back here, all of us together. What, 2 weeks? May 3rd. Yeah, my music ran out.
How do you do that? She's
Here we go.
Heart shooting out of her.
Next week,
Dude, that's hot.
Next week we'll be back.
Somebody didn't pick me in on that.
Got a
one.
hard on. Oh,
Yeah.
is that me? One of us.
All right, guys, if you want to continue the conversation, go over to our space. We're going to go and have some more fun with our friends in there. Thank you all for watching. We will be back next week. Allie, Heather, and Chad, and then all of us will be together May 13th for our big launch of new Pollack Puppet and Politics.